What happened here? Okay.
Can we just get a quick mic check up?
Yep, mic's all good, I think.
Yep. Am I all good for the stream? Can you
Yep,
hear my
you're
voice? All right. Okay. Welcome everybody to round 1 of season 7 in Inters Racing League. Here we will kick off the first qualifying session and race at Silverstone, which features newly updated elevation changes made in F124. A total of 18 turns, 10 to the right and 8 to the left, with a driver's average of 40 gear shifts in a single lap. Silverstone features 2 DRS zones, the Wellington and Hangar Straight, where drivers will be driving to a maximum speed of 330 kilometers per hour. What is unique about the Silverstone Grand Prix is that it is a track where it is possible to make overtaking maneuvers in literally any corner. So be prepared for what we have in stock for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. Tonight we have Inter's very own Tier 3 starting off the new season. In the comms box for tonight will be myself, Chillpill, and the man himself, Apollo Pepsi. How are you, Apollo?
I'm pretty good as we just got a late joiner just about then. Anyway, I'm doing good. Excited for the new season ahead for Tier 3. We also got Tier 2, Tier 1 later in the week. So this will be a great warm-up for the later tiers that happen, but Tier 3 is what we're all about. We'll see what speed they can carry in qualifying. Fastest lap in qualifying, just for track data, is by Hamilton in 2020. 24.3, which I doubt anyone's gonna get close to that. I don't even think Tier 1 will get close to that time.
24.3.
That's a rapid time.
So realistic, what do you think would be pole for tonight, realistically? Around what mark would we be saying?
Ooh, I've seen some screenshots. I think one of the reserve drivers was doing track, so I think he did a 27 flat, almost a 26.
It will be interesting to see how the drivers round off for the first round in Silverstone. Of course, a newly updated track as well, with the new elevation changes, all the bumpy, just really weird bump patches in the corners of the turns. So, who are we on board with for our first quali lap?
We're currently on board with Tyrone OD in the Alpine, just coming up to Cops, I believe that is. I need a track map. I can't remember corner names.
He's just gone through Cops. Now goes through Maggots and Beckett's, just fast right, left, another left, and then a right, where you need to get the traction nailed down so you can prepare yourself for the long straight with the DRS switched on as we now go through turn 15, also known as Stowe. Just a really long right-hander. Careful not to lose the rear on that corner. It's very easy to do. And now into the Vale chicane, also where you can gain a lot of time in this sector of the track, or section of the track, I should say. And now rounding off to the finish line will be a 127.6 for his banker.
And then
and FNG Hato goes quicker.
Oh, then we got Jennifer Lee, I believe that's how you say that name, just 27.5, won the Red Bulls. I believe that was Dan Benson over the final curb. Then we got the other, no, that's the RB. Okay, I am being debated.
As Junkyard goes over the line now, and he gets a 27.9, so 1 second slower than the provisional pole at the moment. So yeah, wow, so Hato currently on provisional pole by 0.6. That will be quite the gap to close down for the other drivers, but as it's the start of a new season, we're with a new lineup, so we never know what we can expect, really.
Aussie mate going across the line with 29.2. I believe that was King Dodger with 27.2 that crossed the line. One of McLaren's crossing with 28.4. That's for Aussie. I believe the Sauber that's coming in the front sector starting a lap. So we're only waiting for half the grid.
Yeah. of course, riding. Sorry, my stream's just really laggy. I can't quite follow who we're on board with, but. Sorry, just give me a few seconds.
So we're currently on board with Giraffe, or loading Giraffe. One the horse is about to cross, but I think that's Broseph to start a lap. One the Visa Cash App cars coming across the line. That's Raw Dog. 29.3 for his time. Slots in behind Aussie. Now it should be the Sauber of loading Giraffe. What is he able to do? 27.3. Puts himself in third. When the Red Bulls comes across the line, don't know which one that was. They both came across the line. So Batman 28.7 and Aussie are 28.6 respectively. Goes 11th and 12th.
Yep, I believe Possible is also on a quick lap at the moment as he goes through Stowe. I need to get some telemetry up because I'm not too sure what his lap times are around at the moment. But he will be crossing the line very quickly, so we'll just wait and see what Possible can do on his first lap here, setting his banker lap. In Silverstone, he gets a 28.4, which is a not a bad banker. Sets him right in the middle of the grid.
eBay boy just giving me a reminder that Dono is now on the lap. Turned off line.
Dono, let's see.
Turned off line. Been struggling a bit, but he's picking up pace slowly. See what he's able to do.
I just know it's gonna go like 1.5 seconds quicker than Paul right now. Let's see.
I'll move that just so I can see the map. Three Magans and Beckett's for Dono. Up to the sector 2 timing line. Let's see what he's able to get. 104.5.
Yeah, sorry, just. Okay.
That's actually pretty decent, I think, for sector 2 time. On someone that's learning line.
As he now goes into the final sector. My old teammate from last season, not at Inters, my championship rival in Inters actually, last season, and he goes across the line 28.3. So maybe not the lap I was expecting from him.
His teammate Crows just started a lap, but Broseph to the line now, across the line at 28.4, sits in 14th behind the Sauber on VSC. Don't know how to say the last name. My brain's not working. But won the Williams up to Stowe. Then into Vale, as I believe that's a cash up car that's just entered pit lane. I think. Anyway, P8 for the Williams, 27.9. So it's a close quali, but a bit spread out. So, Chill Pill, just from what you're seeing, who do you think's a title contender from this quali? I don't know if I lost Chill Pill. I think I lost Chill Pill. I think Chill Pill's gone MIA on us. My T Sammers did come across the line when I did ask that question. 28.3 for the Aston Martin, just in behind Dono. So Dono currently in Aston Martin, sandwich down in 12th. You're looking to improve that time. We got strategy in the Williams, one of the reserve drivers for tonight on the outlap. About 3 reserve drivers out of the full-time grid that we have. It was Shooter and Strategy. I don't know who the other one is by the EA name, but they both got them. Let's have a look at chat because I kind of been neglecting chat a bit. Had a network issue. Better. Waiting for most to do a 26 playing game kicked out tier 3. Yep. Could have happened. Hado was up on his time, then hit an invisible bump and got a validate. Is that the bump on the Exodus Stowe Hado? Because I did that in practice like twice during race, and it's like you can avoid it, but it's like RNG. It's like if you're gonna hit it or not. It's weird. Anyway, strategy was on a lap while we were doing that. Did invalidate coming out of entry. I believe that's what it's called. Turn 6, I think. You get the clip of the race? Not. Love to see it. We'll get some driver insight. 3 major bumps on this track that suck. Yes, so there is a bump into the turn 1. Just on the outside of turn 1 when you turn in, there is a bump that can slow you down. There's a bump down the Wellington straight as well, just before the bridge. And I don't know where the third one is, but I think the third one's the RNG one, just coming out of Stowe when you ride the curb way too much. You do hit that bump. So we got a McLaren. We got a PRL Aussie. Oh, Chillpill is back.
Oh, I'm back, finally. Sorry about that.
Aussie across the line at 27.7, basic in core 27.8. But I don't know if you picked up on the question I asked before your network issue. But who do you think's in for the win?
For the win? Wow,
for
that's
the win.
an impossible question.
I know.
It's the first race of the season. How am I supposed to guess that?
There's a lot of new variables in this game though, over a qualifying race. Now it's all about tire management in your ERS.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. It's of course not only, you know, tire wear, but tire temperatures as well, which is something you have to monitor, which wasn't really a thing in the previous games. So, yeah, honestly, if I had to put my money on someone, I'll back my boy Dunno. I know how he likes to race, and yeah.
Well,
Oh, by the way,
he's improved his time to a 27.5 in P7 now. So
could I get an invite, by the way? Sorry.
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
I believe I have you added. Just had to find your name. I do. Apparently, when Hado was on his lap as well, he hit an invisible bump out of Stowe.
Out of Stowe. Let's quickly check where that is.
That's
Stowe.
Sector 3.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've never encountered any bumps in that part of the track.
I know what bump he's talking about because I hit it twice in the practice race we did 2 days ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
If you take too much curb, you have a chance to jump. Your car...
Oh, they've still not patched that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how to avoid it because I don't know what part of the curb it is, but I just don't touch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's not something I've experienced yet on this game, but hopefully I don't, and let's keep it that way. Anyway, Jenef is on a flying lap. I am on board with him at the moment. Let's just quickly check.
I think
on the stream.
Aussie mate is actually not on a lap. I have been lied
to. Once again, as Jenef goes through the Wellington straight, DRS switched on.
Okay, so...
And careful to avoid the bumps on the right, which is going to lose you a lot of lap time. Jenef clearly doesn't know much about those bumps on the right, but anyway, he continues on here.
The Sauber just in front is on a lap as well, so these both are going to be basically at the same time. You can really tell what setup people are using just by how the car moves, and I think Chillpill's network died again. Dono thinking he has 3 seconds in the last corner by missing the braking point. Bus line patch wasn't patched either. So yes, there was. I think last game was patched. It's just they brought it back in this game. Anyway, Pazival. I don't know how to say his name. But 610 Squid shoots up into 10th, and then I think Janeth. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he improved his time to a 27.2. He improved his position by 1 on loading. Hello, Checker Flag. Welcome to stream. On holiday right now. Tune in to watch RB Boys. Very nice. Where are you on holiday? Stream might want to know. Okay. So we got I think the Red Bull of Dan will be the first one to set a time. And then that's, which RB is that? Okay, so we got Dan, Raw Dog, and then we got Aussie, mate. All in a little train. And then I think everyone else... Oh, as Dan is just invalidated. So that's Dan done. He'll be hoping to get around quickly to go again. Jump on board with Raw Dog. See what he's able to do. Down to well, this straight is named National Piss Straight, but I don't know if people actually call it that. It's just for the other track. Up to Maggins and Beckett. Let's see what Sector 2 time Raw Dog has in store for us. He's 9/10 down, so I believe he might go again. So that will make... I think the Aston of Salmon's first. No, he's invalidated. Okay. That means Strategy will be the first one across the line, I think. And he hasn't done a single time. I think he's backed out. He's backed out of his lap. Oh my god. Okay, it's an Alpine Junkyard to the Sector 2 liner. How much is he up by? About 2/10. That will put him out at shield. Put him out quite far. I think that Strategy went straight into a wall. I think Dan's done. He's retired. I think Aussie's also done because he's boxed. Junkyard around the final few corners. Let's see what he's able to do for his time. 3/10 faster, goes to P8 with a 25.5. Up King Dodger across the line, doesn't improve on his time. Jump up to Batman, stays P11 but does a 27.6. I believe that's Koski next. I believe that's how you say it. He's improved his time. Now who we got next? We've got Tyrone. Purple Sector 3 improves his time, but I don't think... Oh, he improved that to P2. Oh god, this is again a bit difficult. But, okay, my eyes can't keep up. Go back to Raw Dog. So we got 3 people that did cross line, but I don't think they all improved their time. Raw Dog improved his time, didn't move a position, no. We got Haydo. He's improving his time, improves his thing. Pole time to a 26.6 for pole position. And I believe that's everyone done. Last 3 people all in the pit lane. Strategy, unfortunately, not able to get our lap time down. Now, I believe... I'm just going to check. If I loaded 26.8 or 26.8 would have put your P2 loading. Let me check who's okay. I know who's I just had to check who's reserved. So Hado with the fastest lap will take pole position for the 50% race that is coming up. About 2 tenths, so that's actually quite a decent gap to Tyrone. And then you got Tyrone with a 26.9, 1/10 over Shooter, who did a 27.0. That is your top three. To Dennis, King Dodger, Janeth, Loading, Dono, who's surprisingly done 27.4, considering he's learning no line for first time this game. You got both PRL drivers of Aussie and Junkyard, Broseph P10, then it's Batman, Ikoski, Pazival, Dan, Raw Dog, Salmons, As If, Aussie, Crow, and Strategy, who did not set a time at the end. Now, I did look at the reserve drivers because I did have to sign them early, so I've already forgotten what cars. I did look at the cars, so Haas, Williams, and Sauber all reserve have one reserve drivers. So let's see what they can do, and hopefully, I'm gonna hope Chill Pill can get. Hopefully, Chill Pill can come back in time. Let me know in the Twitch stream, guys, if this gets laggy at all. Let me know if the stream starts to lag a bit, because then I might have to change the setting. Anyway, we'll wait for the drivers to do all that stuff. Usually tire life around here, Silverstone last bit line about 6-7 laps around Silverstone. The left side on this game does wear quite a bit. I believe we do have formation lap. Yes, we do. So we do get the formation lap. Let's turn the lap data on, and we'll. What else do we need? We need tires. Alpine 2-9, both in top 10, round 1, and on debut. Yes, it is pretty good. What I would do is give me 2. I'm gonna turn this down by 1. So we can see all the tires. We list everyone on the mediums except Broseph, Crow, and Strategy all starting us off. So they'll be looking for an early stop. Now, Sauce usually go about 6 to 8 laps around Silverstone. They usually die off pretty quickly with tire or with pace. Considering you're pushing the left side of the car quite a bit, but it depends on setup at this stage. Jansen's okay, Chill Pill. It's all good. Just try it again when you can. Looks like both PRL drivers have come together. So Aussie and Junkyard both DSQ'd from the formation lap, both sent on the grid now. That's gonna give them very cold tires. That's gonna be a terrible start for them. So I don't know. We'll see. This game doesn't really have an undercut as strong as last game anymore. It's more of how far can you save your tires? Can't find me lagged bad. And this is Aussie 94. Fair enough, fair enough. And the car in front of you would have been Dono, so you can blame Dono for that one. As we come to the grid for the start of this race, what is Hado gonna do with his starting grid? Oh, he's actually got disqualified from the start. But he's actually been pushed back in his grid box. Everyone lined up. Loading has a really good good park. He's right up to the line. Here comes Broseph to line up now. A few people getting DSQ'd from the formation actually. We'll jump to the fight. Give me a good camera, please. Camera, please. I'm not getting a good one. And lights out, away we go. We have Taiwan. He's got a pretty good start, but it looks like King Dodger got an even better one side by side with the pass of Shooter. This lone rifle is trying to get a place. Big dive bomb by the Sauber. He gets both places. One of the McLarens is off the road. I believe that is Aussie 94 again pushed wide. So Brothers has actually made some prices on those soft tires down up into P9. He's actually dropped. He was PA but dropped down to P9. Side by side with Dono and Shooter down into Brooklyn. Then it'll be Laffield still side by side. Dono pulling out just a tiny bit as we got, I believe that's the Williams and Braces going side by side. As we almost get Junkyard and the Woolworths with the Williams pulled out alongside. But pretty clean start so far. Battlecat prediction of 2 cars DNF turn 1 it didn't quite happen. Everyone looks fine as we got side by side with Lone Rifle and Tyrone down the hanger straight into Stowe. It looks like Loading's gonna have that move done, and importantly they're still within DRS of Hado, who is in the lead. 7/10 the gap between him and Loading. 33.9 for the fast lap, but he is the first driver across the line as Dono one spot up from his starting position, trying to hold on from the McLaren of Geneth. I believe that's how you say it. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But it looks like pretty line of sight. We already got a break in the DRS train. So Donna's already dropped off the back. Oh, no, not Donna. Shooter's already dropped off the back of the top 4. So top 4 in a league of their own on lap 1. As we got, we have Dan and a Sauber going side by side. And I believe Pro is also going side by side with one of the Asses, or tried to at least. Can get the move done. We also got a break, so P11 downwards is all in the DRS train. From P5 down to P10 is all within the DRS train. I think they actually might just catch up to the DRS. I don't know if Shooter got to it. I don't think he did. As we got a yellow flag, we got Salmons around. As we got a move for P11, Batman and Junkyard went side by side in the stage. Batman pulling up on top. They go side by side in the Vale. And then it will be in the club. They're still side by side. And it looks like the Red Bull of Aussie is pulling out on top. And further ahead, it looks like Junkyard was trying to make a move on the Williams of Kotzi. I don't know how to say it. As I think Dono is actually... Looks like Dono is struggling a little bit. Dono just dropping back a bit from Shooter in P5. And as a Shooter is almost within DRS of the top 4. And Tyrone actually is struggling to keep the DRS of Loading. So Loading Rifle, one of the reserves, actually keeping up with the leading runner of Hado. Now every driver is basically on the same type of tire, so we might only see a little bit of difference between pit stops as we get a Tyrone and purple sector 2 on the timing map. As Dan and As If trade places on the hanger straight with assistance of DRS. Tyrone across the line 29.8, so he's was struggling a little bit. Now he's catching right back up. Now I'm just starting to realize how exhausting this is, trying to look at Delta when it's only yourself in the commentary box by yourself. As I think Donna and the McLaren of Genif has gone subside. Genif with a really late braking. Looked like he went a bit sideways on entry. He got the car pulled up in time. He kept it straight. As it looks like Shooter has rejoined the DRS with the top four, so we got a five-way battle for P1. All good, chill, Phil. Side by side with Jennifer and Dono down the hangar straight. I think Jennifer had no fight with that one, as Dono had the DRS. Couldn't really do anything. Not even does way off my area explode. Probably. Could be. It could have happened. A little bit of banter between teams going in the Twitch chat. Gone a tiny bit wide into village. Let's Jennifer get a bit closer with that DRS. Onto the Wellington Straight. Avoid the bump that's on the right side of the track, under the sign or under the bridge, I think it is. As Aussie is actually, he's made a move. He's still side by side with Junkyard going through Luffield. Dan the racer, 3-second penalty. That's not something we want to see, as if it looks like he's also got a penalty as well. As Junkyard, he looked for, he looked at a move in Cops. We know how that ended in 2021. It's not good. It wouldn't end well. You can see Jennifer on the back of Dono. He's actually going to make that move. Both McLarens actually going down the inside of Dono at Stowe. Oh, Aussie 94 getting a little bit sideways on power. Broseph is getting overtaken by Wonder Williams in the back as well. Actually able to hold off on those soft tires, which would be going off around now. As we got a gap between second and third of 1.2. So the top two have broken DRS to third, and third is holding a gap to Shooter. Taiwan's actually dropped a bit, so I think Taiwan's had a little bit of a half spin somewhere. Wasn't really looking. Kind of interested in this midway battle as Aussie and Junkyard trade places on the Wellington Straight. That's Hangar Straight's other one. Our Aussie mate on the charge to chase down the Williams, but that's going to be a tall order, as Williams is sitting in DRS of Broseph, who has the McLaren train in front of him, as I think Donna's going to make a move. And I think we actually got to move for the lead, as the loading rifle down the inside at Stowe. I just caught the back end of it. As shooting looked like he tried to make a move. Dono making a move down the Hangar Straight as we look at this P1 fight. I think Aussie mate has also been overtaken down the Hangar Straight by Junkyard. As side by side goes Hado with Lone Rifle, trying to make a switchback move on loading.
Okay, I'm back. Finally, what have I missed?
We're lap 7, loading and Hado are going at it like no tomorrow.
Okay, I better get a taste of this.
Let me know when you're on so I can give an invite.
Yep. Alright, now it'll be fine.
Oh, there's a setting page. Oh, that's still the setting page. As I think.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you, mate.
Okay, so when I was inviting you, Dono had a spin.
Oh no.
He's actually
He was.
he's
Oh
P7.
no.
As
I put him to win the race.
Oh no, it's over.
I've cursed him. I've cursed him.
As Hater and Rifle just hanging back, probably charging ERS between each other. Any more moves? It's kind of died down a tiny bit.
Yeah, of course, at this part of the race, I believe like it would just be about time management now, trying to see how long you can extend the mediums to. And what would you say? Would you say it's on to stop
Okay, you're a bit laggy.
or extend a long option?
I think I understand what you said. So at this point in the race, I think.
Oh, we good?
Oh, you're good now. Is actually Hado's making a move on right. Oh, there goes Chill Pill again. Hado makes a move on Hado. Oh, wait, Rifle.
Oh my days, man.
Rifle and Hado switching places down. I believe that's their Wellington strength as we have a spin. I think that's Broseph. No, it's not Broseph. It's Shooter. Shooter, who was P4, has had a mishap coming out of a Lawfield on the exit. Dropped all the way behind Dono. And now that's allowed everyone to go up one. Now Aussie mate, seen in P10, he's looking to make the move on Junkyard. Just gone in Magnus Benz, won't think about it now. Very easy on the turn in. Donna doesn't want to have the same mistake Donna and Shooter have as we see Aussie go down the inside of Junkyard. We got also As If gone down the inside of Shooter at Stowe. Doesn't quite get the move stuck. As we got Aussie mate, he's actually made the move stick and he's up into P9. Loading Rifle still holding the lead over Hado. King Dodger has made his way up to this top two fight as Strategy picks up a 3-second penalty at the back of the field. As we believe we've got Hado going to make a move on Rifle side by side down the hang. Wellington straight into Brooklands, gets the move done way before Luffield. So now they all take their preferred line. As you can just see King Dodger just waiting in the background for these two to make a mistake. As we let's jump back to Broseph, see what he's up to. Still on those soft tires, so these will be a bit worse for wear on these tires than the mediums. Just kind of trying to hang on to the DRS at this point. We'll jump back up to loading as they enter the DRS zone. You can see Hado, he's flashing, so he's harvesting his energy down the hanger straight as Rifle goes up the inside at Stowe. We're actually going to get a answer straight back from Hado. Goes down inside of Vale, can't get the move done. Rifle did go a bit wide to give room for Hado, who did make the attempt. As we got someone else has spun. That's Crow. As we have, what's happened here? Bit of contact. I thought, not gonna lie, I thought we went under the VSC because everyone went so slow there that it looked like it was VSC conditions. Anyway. Aussie mate picking up a little bit of damage on his left side of his car. Gonna go side by side with Shooter, who's trying to make the move. Aussie trying to hold a position as much as he can to disturb Shooter's race. So here comes VSC Batman down the Wellington straight. Gets the move done way before Brooklands. Now, there was a spin at Stowe. There's also, he spun. I think the same Mercedes has spun again. Crow's just having a little bit of a hard time on those tires. So I think it might be time to switch off the softs. Might be time. As we get a move from King Dodger going down inside. Nice, decides better against it. on Hato, who I believe was burning his energy down the straight, trying to stay with a loading rifle, who's sitting comfortably in P1 with that 8/10 lead now over Hato. So going trying to somehow pick up 3/10 as Hato's actually found quite a bit of time on him, as if has picked up 3-second penalty. As I believe Aussie Mate has stayed out with that wing damage, so it might not be affecting the car much, as both McLarens are just holding position at the moment. As Broseph is just tagging along for the ride on those soft compound tires, so we might be seeing a soft to medium strat from the Haas driver. Might come into play late in the race, as Aussie 94 takes a very wide line at Luffield compared to his teammate. As I believe the Williams and Broseph have collided. Oh, that's in Magnus and Beckers. That's the worst part of the track to do it. And I think
Oh
Chilto's
no, what have I missed?
Williams of Ikoski and Broseph have come together in Maggins and Beckett.
Oh no. Is it a DNF?
No, but Broseph did lose about
when you can, another invite would be good.
I believe I can now, because we're starting to get pit stops.
He was on the soft tires as well, so all that progress he made just to lose places again, that would devastate him
Now,
in terms of strategy.
Before the internet went, Crow in the Mercedes did have a spin at Story. He also had another spin at turn 6, which was, or not turn 6, turn 3, which is Village.
Oh my, I'm missing everything.
I think the soft tires a bit gone. As Broseph and Batman almost going side by side into Brooklands. As Loading Rifles had a mistake in Magus and Beckett. He's actually had to take the runoff for
He's got it.
He took the runoff.
Sorry,
for Beckett.
continue.
So that might have been side by side with King Dodger and Hato at Stowe. Let's see what's gonna happen. Kilpill disconnecting again.
This is ridiculous. As
Hato, he's called it in. He's decided to pit off those medium tires. We might see the hards come very soon. King Dodger is now the new leader of the races. We actually got a few pitters. We got Hato, Tyrone, and one of the McLarens. They actually called in their second driver over the first.
Oh, interesting.
So it looks like Jennifer in the first McLaren is actually quite comfortable on his tires at the moment. BSC Batman jumping all the way up to P6 due to everyone pitting. And also something else that you missed. We did have contact between 5 cars in one corner.
5 cars and not one DNF'd.
Aussie Mate was the only one to pick up damage.
Oh wow, interesting.
Surprisingly, the missing end plate is not doing anything because he's still fighting quite comfortably with Batman. As I think Dono.
Yeah, what I've seen is, well, what I can see so far is that Hato has made the jump to the pit lane, so he's going to be looking to undercut the drivers ahead, going early, getting on the hard tires early, getting them up to temperature early, and gaining that advantage.
I think Dono's trying to size up a move on the Williams down the hanger straight, switches to the right side halfway down the straight, gets a move done way before Stowe. Batman also doing the same thing to Aussie Mate. I think we also might see I think Hato, actually no, Hato's way far ahead. I never mind. It's his teammate that I was thinking of. Not making a move on the Aston front. His teammate actually calls it in, so Raw Dog into the pit lane for a new set of tires. And Dono, he's actually gone to the softs. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. See if he can manage those tires and just get them to the end on the final dying legs.
Now I want to see because Bressers did have that spin, but
This is ridiculous.
Oh, he's gone again. Bressers did had that spin on the softs. He was quite quick on them. It's up to P15, but he's still got a lot of drivers to pit. And Broseph is in on that medium tire. He's got his teammate Shooter, who is a reserve driver, actually giving him a bit of grief, which I don't think Haas would want. But as he's showing, Shooter gonna make that move on his teammate and sit in front of him for now. As Lone Rifle, I think, made the move on King Dodger as I was looking at the Haas's, had that little fight. Milo lad with the watch streak of 3 streams. Let's go. Safety car would be very nice now. Yes, so I think for most drivers, safety car would be ideal. As we got Loading and Jennifer both into pit lane. The Williams of Iskoski has stayed out. VSC Batman staying out. Parzival is into the pit lane with his teammates, so he's switching tires. It looks like everyone who's extending these tires are looking to go to the soft tire. Which, at this point, you're doing about 10 laps on softs. Anyway, let's have a look at Loading the Rifle. Where is he going to feed out in front of Hado? He's actually going to come out straight ahead of Hado, who pitted only 2 laps before. So the undercut not really working in Hado's favor. And a worse thing to see is Loading Rifle. He's on the soft tire. As Loading Rifle up the inside of Dan the Racer at Luffield. Gets the move done. Oh, welcome back, Jilko.
Okay, apologies again. I've finally switched over to my data, so hopefully I can actually stay in the fucking lobby. But yeah, what I can see from the stream, Loading Rifle's also gone into the soft tires, but he did pick up a 10-second time penalty, am I right? Or was that someone else?
Yep, no, it was him. I missed that.
So we'll see. We'll see how that ends up for the lead of the race.
And Ado is still right behind him.
Yeah, this will be an interesting end to the race.
VC Batman decided to stay at 1 more lap on those old medium tires.
He'll be wanting to go on the softs.
Dan the Racer also doing the same thing in the Red Bull behind Hado. As King Dodger and Tyrone, Ikoski do exactly that and go to softs. King Dodger,
Okay, get an invite.
yes, King Dodger coming up about a second behind these drivers.
There goes Dono with the fastest lap of the race as well. So he's clearly warmed up those softs and is hopefully looking to get some time and hopefully go up in the positions.
Now Lone Rifle has done the beautiful here. Actually got past VSC Batman pretty quickly. Halo just gone past him on the exit of Luffield. And now King Dodger getting past Dan the Racer on the exit as well. So hopefully when King Dodger gets up to his teammate, they don't hold each other up because, I think someone's had the spin. That's Salmon's at Cops, I believe. And another spin. Shooters have a spin at Luffield. He's actually lost a part of his wing.
Yeah, that'd be Shooter.
Oh, he's hit the wall.
And that's
VSC.
I'm sure that's red damage.
That's a VSC.
Oh, VSC.
Now this helps VSC Batman and Dan out
A lot.
This is a perfect time to switch off the old tires to new. As Dan, no, 10-second penalty.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
It was going so well for him.
That's terrible.
Wow, so the main benefit is from that virtual safety car was Dan the Racer. Who else was in that? I just missed it. Oh, Batman as well, sorry.
Yeah, it was.
And I would have been just them two then. As they come out the pits.
BSC, Batman, and Dan both capitalizing off that. Dan again a bit unlucky, picking up a penalty off that.
Yeah, unfortunate. But now for these next 9 laps or so, 9-10 laps, Batman and Dan the Racer should probably be lapping a lot quicker than the rest of the field. So we'll see how that turns out, how many positions they can make up, as there is not many laps left.
VSC, Batman, and Broseph did trade plays. I'm still getting told it's a VSCs, and it looks like everyone's on. I don't know what's happening. That's interesting.
What happened? I must have missed it.
Some people were not on the VSC, but I don't know. Actually,
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, this game and its bugs. Oh, someone's gone off. Who was that?
That's Junkyard in the Alpine. That's actually very off. That's
yeah, he just.
That's an
what happened
interesting
there?
one. That's interesting.
Looked like his wheel just disconnected, maybe, or something.
Well, not sure what happened, but he's lost a ton of places. He was seen
A lot of places.
I believe he was seen right next to Koski in 8th. But he's dropped a lot of time.
Oh, and VSC back off. Didn't even realize that, but
As Salmon's 3-second penalty, that would have been on the exit of Stowe. I wonder if he I wonder if that's just a normal exceed or if he hit the bump.
Yeah, I'm not too sure there, but we'll see how interesting the fight for the lead will be. So King Dogger, obviously 2.3 seconds behind Hado, who is on those, let's say, older tires and on the slower tires. So King Dogger should probably be making up time here and trying to get past Hado, because I feel like the Ferrari man and the Racing Bulls guy, I think that's going to be the fight for the lead, because I can't really see a world where loading rifle is going to extend 10 seconds, can you?
Yeah, I don't. At the pace he's doing it and the time he has to pull 1.5 seconds a lap to have a chance.
That's a lot to ask.
That's a big ask, considering he was fine Hado the whole first stint.
Of course. So yeah, as I said before, the fight for the lead for me would be definitely between the Ferrari and the Racing Bulls. Or the Racing Bull.
Both on those medium tires. So even after that spin on the soft tires, he did pit early onto the mediums. He's actually going pretty alright now. He's seen in 10th behind Azif, who does have a penalty to his name. So, and realistically, Broseph has not lost a lot of time.
No, but then again, he could have made up a lot of time, so it's a 50-50. You can either look at the glass half full or half empty there.
As got a bit of gaps out at the moment. We actually got a three-way fight for P13 between Junkyard, Aussie, and Parzival, as one of McLaren's is off.
This battle looks pretty good. It's between Broseph, VSC, Batman, and Bangla Bai. Oh, and he just gets pushed a bit wide there. Was that just my lag?
That's Aussie 94 off into the gravel at the exit of Luffield. I was just watching that helicopter shot of Junkyard, Aussie, and Parzival. I think Aussie and Parzival went side by side in the Luffield. Actually kept it nice and clean. No contact was made from what I saw. It's actually a pretty nice fight to see.
Yeah, as we now look at the top 3, we can see King Dog has actually made up around 1 second since we last talked about him and Hado. He's now just shy of the DRS range, 1.1 seconds behind Hado, so he's definitely catching. And I believe he will make the pass pretty easily, and we'll just see if he can defend and extend his gap towards Hader.
And just on board with King Doggo, with the amount of speed he's able to carry on like Saucy, or assume that he's going to make the move this lap down the hanger straight.
Yeah, it would look to be around there.
Junkyard, Aussie, and the Salvo Pasivo is still within DRS of each other. Now going down Wellington straight as we got a little bit of a half spin, I think, by Raw Dog in Sector 3. There's a shoot a 10-second penalty for speed in pit lane.
That's such a bad penalty in this game. Just going off by 1 km/h just absolutely ruins your race, man.
And he's hit the retire button, so he's given up on that. It cost you 3-second penalty. I believe that was in Stoke. Tyrone and Jennifer now are fighting with each other. I wouldn't have expected this one after the first stints. But
yeah,
Jennifer actually a lot of pace in that McLaren now.
Well, let's just have a quick onboard with King Dogger. He's going to be right behind the Racing Bull going into the Wellington straight. He gets the DRS switched on with the ERS on, probably on that overtake mode as you'd want it. He gets pushed towards the outside, and he definitely gets that move done way before the braking point.
Shooter's AI car just seen on the exit of the pit exit, which is not the best place for an AI car to be.
And his car's despawned, so that is good. No drivers have to worry about him being a bit of a barrier, a bit of a obstruction. But yeah, on board with King Dogger, Hado's still kept with him. He's still around that 2/10, 3/10 mark, so maybe he could get a position back here going down the hanger straight.
Oh, that's it. Raw Dog, 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's also decided to call it. That's one RB car gone.
Yeah, that penalty just kills you, honestly. 10 seconds is... Oh.
So that's the worst kind of penalty, but they want to be in line with that real IRL F1 rules on penalties. And real life, they chose to be a bit harsher.
No, definitely.
Drivers.
So interesting to see, Hado's actually kept within DRS range of King Dogger. He's not pulled away as much as I would expect. Of course, the soft tires do deteriorate quicker than the hard tires. Just the only thing on King Dogger's side is that those hard tires are actually 3 laps older than King Dogger's soft tires. But in terms of performance, I guess you could say the tire performances are a little bit equal. Would you agree?
I think at this time, the soft tires would start going off about now. The medium tire, or not the medium, the hard tire will be, I don't know, 15% wear, maybe?
Yeah.
I think. So I think the softs will be a tiny bit more worn, but they'll be the same pace.
Yeah, I agree. Now we go through the hanger straight. DRS on. Let's see if Hado can get the move done.
As had a move from the Salvo Pasivo, again, the move done on Aussie, mate, in the Red Bull. Softer versus hard. As, we got Broseph, he's that's a bit wide of push as Batman gets a penalty. I think Batman got pushed off the track out of Cobbs as I was looking at Dan and Junkyard, as Dan actually got past, I think, on Junkyard. No, wait. Never mind.
I'll just say a really good battle so far is between Broseph, VSC Batman, Dan the Racer, and the Aston Martin of Bangladesh. Just all within, what is that? 2 seconds of each other, 1.5 seconds. So yeah, definitely anything spicy could come here.
Dodger and Hado gone side by side with each other in Lovefield, or not Lovefield, Brooklands now into Lovefield. I think King Dodger just getting a tiny bit better exit, but doesn't have the power that Hado has in that RB. But it looks like they're still going to go side by side. No, he pulls out just before Cops.
I've almost seen that move before.
We don't want to. We don't want to enactment.
recreate that iconic driver collision there. But yeah, this is really interesting. The fight for the lead. Everyone in the Twitch chat was saying Hato to tier 1 is one at clean. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying, but King Dogger gets the overtake, and it's definitely a lot closer than we think.
Just gonna go for the penalties. A bunch of 3-second penalties for drivers. So Koski, Batman, Aussie, and Salmon's all 3 seconds. 9 seconds with strategy. Asif has 6. Dan has 16. Giraffe has 10. And at the moment, Giraffe is not pulling on 6 seconds in 2 laps. I just don't see it happening. So this P2 fight is the real fight for the win.
Yeah, exactly. The fight for P2 is actually the fight for P1. So yeah, this should be. Well, this should be. It is interesting. It's exciting. This is what we've tuned in for. A fight for the lead.
Contact between Dan and Batman in second last corner. I believe that was in Vale. A bit of a checkup into Vale corner between all 4 of these drivers. Don't know who caused it. It might have been a dive bomb by someone behind. But that was a sketchy moment for the drivers.
Let's hedge our bets here. Who do you think is going to get the win?
I think King Dogger's playing it safe at the moment. I feel like he's going to make a move final lap of the race.
Yeah, from what I can see from telemetry, it does look like he is saving a lot of battery compared to Hato. There is quite a ERS difference. I won't say details, but I will just say there is quite a gap between the 2 ERS levels. So
King Dogger didn't look for a move in Stowe. He actually pulled alongside and backed out just before the braking zone. So Ferrari driver probably being told by his engineer to back off a bit. Don't.
Oh, we should get the team principal in here right now on the wheel.
Yeah, but okay. If you're in Twitch chat, feel free to.
If you want to tune in and commentate on your driver trying to get a win, join us, mate. We'd love to hear your opinion. But yeah, wow, this is. I've said this phrase 10 times already. This is interesting. This is what the people have tuned in to see. A fight for the lead with 1 lap to go. 1.5 laps to go. So
Battlecat is just sending him back. He's doing it on his own. Fair enough.
Well, if the Battlecat wants to join in, come in. No worries.
Just looking at the battle between Braces as if Batman and Dan. Still 4-way fight. Dan not really in this with the amount of penalties he's picked up, so it's really a fight between Azif and Batman at the moment between penalties. Braces are kind of safe as he's just still clean. Look at P2. King Dogger still sending back on the Hato. A bit of a lockup I saw from loading rifle in the distance. As
Oh, we've had a spin in sector 2.
Williams NP7 has a spin in Magazine Beckett.
Wow, that's cost him quite a few positions. What, 5, 6 position?
That's about 5 positions, but he's gonna gain 1 on Dan because of penalties.
Yeah, so as we're on... Sorry, yeah, you go.
How many pens is Rifle 1? Rifle has 1 pen.
10 seconds, I believe.
1 10-second penalty. Yes, Dan or King Dodger down the inside on the Wellington straight into Brooklands, now Loffield. He did send it down inside very late. Hato actually able to get past on the outside of Vale. Oh, not Vale, Brooklands. I'm mixing up my corners now.
Yeah, it does get confusing. I literally need the track map right in front of me to know it properly. But yeah, so loading rifle, just quickly talking about him.
Freeway almost on the Wellington Straight with this pack for P7. Just gonna jump at the King Dodger though on the back straight, on the hanger straight. Has he got enough?
Rifle is on 10 seconds. Sorry, just to fight for the lead going into Stowe. He's dived down the inside. King Dogger.
Oh, he doesn't
there we
get
go
it.
into Vale. Oh, and Hato looks like he's kept the position.
I think
as he
Hato's
rides
still
through
got it.
the penultimate corner.
Loading Rifle with the win, 10-second penalty, so
Hato wins!
Hato, who finishes second, gets instant promoted to first. Doggo finishes second. And I believe Jennifer, he will stay fourth as he's 17 seconds behind, but gets fourth place in that McLaren seat. Tyrone at fifth. Dono somehow with 7th or 6th place. As we still got that fight for P7 still happening, as if does have that 6-second penalty, so he will drop behind Batman, who's currently in 9th. So Bracef will jump up to P7 and Batman, as if, and Dan, who 16 seconds and penalties will drop quite far. Ikoski gets as if on the line, he jumps to 11. Junkyard actually jumps all of them into P10 for keeping it clean. Then we got Salmons finishes behind his teammate Aussie, finishing just in front of Dan, who's had damage from lap 8 onwards, I believe. And then we have we got a strategy in Aussie 94 actually flying into Vale on the final lap. I think strategy is going to come up on top just for the bragging rights at this point.
Yeah, well, wow, what a race, what a fight for the lead. And Hato just, I would say he was on the back foot actually. He was on the hard tyres, older hard tyres, and he still found a way to fend off Raw Dogger. Wait, no, not Raw Dogger, King Dogger. And yeah, defended like a champ and got the win. So congrats to him, and he fully deserves it.
That is Inter's Racing League Silverstone round 1. We now look at the podium salvation when my game decides to load. As Hato, who qualified on pole in qualifying, converts it to a race win after I believe Loading Rifle again a 10-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. I think it was like lap 15. But that just shows tire wear does mean something in these races.
Yeah, definitely, because obviously those soft tires on King Dogger wouldn't have been as, maybe not performing as much as he would want it to, really, because looking at, since that virtual safety car, you would easily say that King Dogger should be winning this race, but maybe his tires just weren't holding off till the end, which is why he couldn't maybe drag away from Hato. But yeah, nevertheless, it's just great driving all around from the drivers. Only two DNFs, of course, none of them through collisions, but yeah, honestly, great racing for tonight. What a way to start off season 7 of Inter's Racing, and yeah, just top from all the drivers.
Now, if that race has got that much to offer, I wonder how tier 2 is gonna do.
With Parsifal and Spun and
Yeah.
And tier 1 late on Sunday. That will be interesting if this is what tier 3 has to show. But what we will do is
Let's try to get the drivers in.
get the drivers.
Oh.
Hato. And what's King? I don't even know. Discord.
There's Discord.
Uh,
Oh, it's something else, I'm pretty sure.
yeah,
I think it's like Kingy or something. Yeah, Kingy Cat. I'm pretty sure that's him.
how do I do this? Why inside channel? Ah, this is a bit awkward.
Alright, let's quickly.
I think you might have to do it because I think it's easy on console than PC. I could drag them. But
Alright, yeah, I'll try. Just give me a few seconds.
But Hato coming out on top, finishing first from pole position after I think it was a 3/10 gap to second in qualifying. Did almost break DRS lap 1, just didn't get there. And I believe it was like 9/10 after lap 1, or at the detection zone. But if this is what kind of racing we're getting in 50%, I'm excited for next week, which will be 100% Bahrain race for the drivers.
Yeah, that will definitely be interesting.
Battle Cat's done it for us. Thank God.
Oh, thank you, Battlecat. Absolutely clutch. I had no idea what I was doing.
I don't either.
All right, so we got our race winner in. We'll wait for the other guys. Would we want to start from P3 up, or do we
Yes,
just want to?
we'll go P3 up. Who
Yep,
finished
sure.
P3 again? I've got
Loading rifle, I believe.
loading rifle. Hello, how are you doing? Good sir. Need to make sure.
Disappointed is what I am.
Disappointed. Tell us about that.
So off the line P5, I'm validating qualifying, which was a shame. Would have put me P2, but it is what it is. Then good start P3 by the end of lap 1. Then come time for pits, 20k's over, given Silverstone's really slow with a really long pit lane. And then after that jumped Hado, so was able to pull away on my softs, and the tyre wear didn't really affect me, so just unlucky I couldn't really pull away.
Yeah, I mean, you had good pace. Sorry. You did have good pace loading rifle. You did manage to stretch out the gap to what 2.5, 3. So I may have been a bit more. I wasn't exactly paying attention. Was too busy looking at the battle for the lead. But yeah, you did manage to extend your lead by quite a bit. But of course, those pit penalties really killed you there. But unlucky, bro. It was good, definitely good pace for you.
It is what
It was
it
definitely
is.
there to see. And I
think
believe
got
you're
it
a
down to,
reserve driver, yes?
Yes, I am.
Wow, so that performance is definitely, although it is early in the season, I definitely believe that performance will definitely catch the eye of a couple team
Yeah.
principals there.
Personally, I think I was the fastest man on track at the end. I checked the lap times. I was like consistently in the 29s. Got the gap down to like 4 seconds after pens, but it is what it is. And the next race is Bahrain, so just look forward to that.
Yes. Next race being 100% Bahrain race. If you're able to get a drive, are you looking forward to that one?
Well, personally, I'm not a fan of Bahrain. It's not one of the tracks I particularly like. But I think 100% will be interesting. I think it'll be more on strategy and less on pace. And I think Bahrain has a higher tire wear given it's really hot, I guess. I'm hoping I get a drive. See if I can redeem myself next weekend.
Well, I think after that performance that you showed in the race, I think a lot of team principals will be looking at you if they ever need a replacement for a full-time driver. But thank you so much, and congratulations on P3.
Thank you, thank you.
Now,
Have a good night, guys.
Cheers, mate.
on to
All
P2,
right.
I think was King Dogger.
Yeah, that was me. Hello.
How you were with Halo quite a bit on the first stint. I think every time I saw that you were right with him and with
Yeah, well, I was
rifle.
about consistently 1.5 seconds behind in that whole side of the race. I was kind of just sitting back watching this fight with loading rifle. It was quite entertaining, to be honest. And I think there was a point where somebody tried to overtake in the S's, and Hato actually got a bit of damage, so that's why he had to pit early. Yeah, so that happened. Basically, what I saw on the whole side of the race, I guess.
You can take it away.
Yeah, just a question from me, Kingy. So considering you were on fresher, soft tires, of course, Hato is a really good driver and he defended really well in that last lap. Do you feel a little bit of maybe you could have done a bit better considering the circumstances of of course, being on the soft tire, which is quicker, plus they were younger than Hado's tires. What did you make of just overall your performance in those last, let's say, 10 laps?
For sure. The virtual safety car that came out and stopped up the timing and probably lost about a second on that restart. And after that, I caught up to Hado, and I was just saving my battery for the last lap. Sun overtaking me that last lap. And both exits into the DRS zone, they were just quite bad. So even with burning ERS, I got down in five, I just couldn't hold the position. So it was a little bit frustrating, but I'm still happy with P2.
Yeah, of course, you can never be unhappy with P2. But yeah, congrats, bro. And next week, as we briefly touched on before, Bahrain with an enduro, so 100% of the Bahrain Grand Prix. How are you feeling for that one?
A little bit nervous. I've never really done a 100% race on any F1 game, only 50s, so I'm a bit nervous. And Bahrain isn't really my favourite track, so see how I go.
Yeah, of course. Anything to add, Apollo?
I think you covered it all.
All right. Well, congratulations, Kingy. Good job on the race today. P2 is always a good result, and yeah, good luck for Bahrain next week.
Now on to P1, and that was Hado. I believe Hado's in here the whole time, just muted. How the first man to win the race of the new season from pole? How do you feel about
It feels good, to be honest. You always want to start off strong, and I think I did that really well. Considering there's very good drivers in this division, and I knew it was going to be tough. So yeah.
Now, just going off the what King Dogger said as about you getting damaged. Did you actually pick up any damage, and did that really affect your car that much that you had to pit early?
I didn't pick up any damage. My mediums, like my front left was dead. It was on 40%, so I couldn't turn in that well. So I just decided to pit onto the hards, hopefully get a undercut. Didn't work that well. Came out just behind the loading, but stuck with him till the virtual safety car, and then he got me on the restart as I was going through Mags and Beckett's. But then it was just a control race after the 10 seconds.
Yeah, when you saw the 10 seconds on loading the rifle after he picked it up, how happy were you to see that he has a 10-second penalty?
Oh, I was ecstatic, mate. It was like a fresh breath of fresh air. Obviously him being on the softest tire, so he's going to pull away quick. But I think the hards just kept in enough, so I'm happy.
Oh, hopefully next week we do have that 100% race at Bahrain. Hopefully you're able to keep the same pace. Keep checker flag happy as a team principal for Red Bull. Or Visa Cash Out Red Bull.
Yeah, I'll definitely be putting in more hours of practice than I did for Silverstone. Yeah.
Anyway,
So keep the man happy, keep the team happy.
you gotta keep the team principal happy.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you for jumping in, and we'll see you next week for the 100%.
Thank you.
And congratulations on P1.
Thank you.
Congrats, mate. Alrighties. I feel like we can wrap it up here, or yeah, we can wrap it up here.
I closed something that I need.
Sorry.
I have a sheet here that I closed that reminds me of stuff. Yeah, so that will be the end of the stream since the race is over. Next week we do have the Bahrain endurance race for the tier 3 drivers at 100% Bahrain. That's actually going to be quite interesting to watch, considering the racing we're getting today was actually quite intense for a 50% race. So I'm actually quite excited for that. Congratulations to all the drivers that finished first, second, and third mega drive from all of them, especially Loading Rifle, who was a reserve. It's an awesome drive. Uh, Shout out to IRL community. Without the community, there would be no races. So realistically, the community is the whole reason we're all here. But how excited are you for 100% race for Bahrain, Chill Pill?
Mate, we've got a race at Silverstone for ourselves. Yeah, it's one race at a time. We got to focus about Silverstone first, see how that goes, and then move on to Bahrain. No. But yeah. Anyway, I'll answer your question. Yeah, Bahrain. It's obviously it's a really technical track. It's got a little bit of everything, and yeah, as we know, it is a high deg track, I believe. So and yeah, to do that in 100% will be really really exciting. Yeah,
All right,
I'm excited for it.
that'll be us done for this evening. Thank you all for tuning in to Inters Racing League Brennan Round 1 for Tier 3. We will be back tomorrow, I think a bit earlier tomorrow. I think it's 5 p.m. Melbourne time. The race starts for Tier 2.
Yep, that would be Tier 2. Yep.
So Tier 2 Silverstone tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST. Another congratulations to all the drivers in Tier 3 for basically no safety cars. Only one VSC joined the race, so that's huge congratulations. Anyway, we will see you all for tomorrow's race for Tier 2.